So today I'll be talking about open badges, and many of you probably have seen these kind of badges already all over the place. Foursquare, Untapped, they're popping up all over, and obviously the idea with these is to keep you engaged with whatever platform it is that's pushing them to you. Now, there have been badges before that were of a more serious kind. And that is what they want to bring back nowadays, badges that actually represent knowledge. Now, how many of you have done any course in your life? I hope to see all hands. Good! How many of you done a course that you have a certification from? How many of you can show your certifications right now? How many of you can share your certificates? That's exactly what this is to solve. Open badges from Mozilla. So basically, open badges will represent knowledge or skill that you acquire or gain anywhere and collect it online in your own in any way you want. But it will be something you can take with you anywhere. And the important part, or what's different about this compared to other badges and papers and everything, is that you can actually verify who gave you that badge. You can look at the issuer and make sure that this is a valid badge, and it's not something you made up. So if it says University of Stanford, then you can actually check from the badge, the image itself, that it actually is from that university. And you can combine badges from many different issuers into a collection of your own. So let's say you have hobbies that relate to electronics. Then you have a bunch of badges that you put together for that, and then there's a bunch of badges that you need for your career. Then you put those into a group, and you present that on your LinkedIn page, for example. Yes. So it starts off by earning badges. Basically, open badges gives you a shared technical standard, which is open, so it's not just Mozilla who can make them. Anybody else can make these badges. And it's to recognize skills and achievements, obviously. And these count towards, I have to read it, sorry, I didn't have much time to memorize this, so I have to read most of it. They count towards your education, career, or lifelong learning, depending on what your aims are. And of course, as I said earlier, the point of it is that you can earn badges from anywhere and take them with you online, anywhere else. Then the other side of it is, of course, issuing the badges. So this is not proprietary, again, to Mozilla. Anybody can issue badges. It's an open standard. Any organization can create, issue, and verify badges. Every badge actually contains all of that information in it. So even if you take it offline and you send it in a mail, it will contain the information that validates it, and they can check it. Yes, it's baked into it. So when the PNG, which it is generated, it will actually contain the information, which is JSON, inside the file. And it can also have evidence inside of it saying, like, tonight I'm presenting something, and Latfem or Fucafe wants to give me a badge for this. They can actually link to this video directly and say, this is the proof that I deserve that badge. And then there's, of course, displaying the badges, which is where you collect them and create little collections in your backpack. It's called a digital backpack. And then you display each part of your backpack wherever you want. Yes, in multiple sources, online and offline sources of badges, you can collect them, sort them, pick which ones are private, which ones are visible online, and put them on social networking sites or job sites or anywhere you really wish to. Now, right now, the backpack is Mozilla only, but they're releasing the software that creates these backpacks and verifies these badges for you, and then you can make your own. So if I want to have, or Fucafe wants to have their own backpack for people who work here, people who share knowledge here, people who do presentations here, then they can actually create their own backpack system that stores the badges. And And yeah, that's it. So how does it all work? Let's see if I can find my mouse. There it is. This is just a very nice diagram, that's why I included it. But it basically shows a bit more visually what I was talking about until now. Yeah. So we start off by all sorts of institutions, online courses, volunteer, community, charity, anything you want, creating and issuing badges. You earn them, you do whatever you want with them, you put them in your digital backpack, and then you decide which group should be shared on what network, which site, however you like. And that will give you job opportunities, lifetime learning, etc., etc. All right. Now I actually have a real life example for this because I found out that one of the courses I took earlier offers one of these open badges. So I did a cold school Discover DevTools. I don't know, has anybody done this one? I recommended it online. Didn't you do it? I recommended it at work too because this is a pretty good one to learn about the Chrome DevTools. Anyway, so old school way, you share on Facebook, Twitter, G+, and basically it ends up in your timeline, and then time passes, and then it's gone. And then in this version, you add it to your badges. As you can see, I'm now going to Mozilla Open Badges. Oh, where am I going there? Oh, it's on this screen. There we go. Smart people might not notice that there's two addresses there and actually have to pick. That's something they're working on. So if you have a work address and a private address and some courses you take with one and some with the other, then you actually have a problem gathering those right now. But it is on their to-do list to fix that. Anyhow, you sign in. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And eventually I got to say, do I accept this badge? Yes, please. As you can see, it already says the issuer in it, the criteria for me of getting it, a description of what exactly it is. And that's also baked into the image itself. And now it will be in my backpack. There it is. So now I can decide to create a collection of badges, but I only have one here. Since it is the different address that I used, I have another backpack which has my other badges, but this is the only one I haven't actually added to my backpacks yet. So then I just create a backpack and I put whatever else I would like in here, and then I can share this group of badges all together on some network and write a description to it. So if I'm looking for a gig at a certain company, let's say I want to work at space, then I gather everything that would be related to astronomy and science and physics, put them into a group, and send that link to SpaceX. As a real case scenario, I would love to work at SpaceX, yes. And then there is BadgeKit, which is what Mozilla is releasing right now, which will enable anyone to create their own framework from issuer to backpack, all in one baked together. And that's what I was trying to get into, but it is in a very early stage and it's mostly private beta. So I didn't quite make it yet in time to present it. But it will give you the chance to basically go from designing to creating to issuing to assigning badges. And on the other side, the user side, you actually again put them into your backpacks. Openly, hosted on your own machines anywhere. And as it is right now, this is Node.js with Express, so very little requirement really to get it on the system. And I think I have actually talked about everything I wanted to say. Yeah. Any questions? Yes.